And we're live. Hey,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody.
Hello, hello. Hello, you.
Hello.
Hello, hello. We are super excited that you're jumping into the So Powerful Live with us. We're joined here by a studio audience this time. Hey, studio audience. Like, what?
There's people. People are back.
We have a studio audience, but here's the thing. They're here because it is so insanely hot in the Pacific Northwest this week that people are fleeing from their houses.
To find air conditioning.
The church has been set up as a cooling location, so people are joining us, and that's fantastic. So welcome, studio audience. We're thrilled you're here. And so we would love to know where you're joining us from live. If you would like to leave a comment in the chat and say hello. People are popping in here. The numbers are going up, so it's super fun to see people jumping in. Let us know where you're watching from, and if you want to let us know the temperature where you're watching from as well, that would be great. Just put that right in the chat comments.
Yes, we've heard Seattle area is the hottest in the country. I guess we'll see if we're right.
Really?
I think today when we hit 111, 113.
111.
Yeah, which
here.
is like 3 digits is already record breaking, I think, right? Yeah.
Well, we've got a full conversation today to share with you. Lots of exciting updates. We're so excited about some parts of the program that are surprises. And so stay tuned here with us. We're going to have a great time together. And as always, we'll be thanking and acknowledging the purse makers who have helped support the program in the last month. We've got a wonderful collection of purses to share with you and to thank people for. And we also have Janeri and Julie on the purse cam. So let me get that going. So there's it's a heart on the purse cam. So the purse cam is booted up and ready to go. We're thrilled for that. So we're going to have a great time together. We're going to give you an update about the COVID response work that's been occurring over the last 2 weeks in Lusaka, what exactly is happening on the ground there. We're also going to talk about some chapters that are forming and how exciting that is. And then we have a special video with something special that happened just a few days ago in Lusaka that we want to tell you about. We're going to show that just in a couple minutes, and you'll hear some beautiful singing and see the new vocational training center building and all of that in this video. So you ready to jump into it?
I'm ready.
Okay, so thank you for saying hello in the chats. We've got people joining from all over. Scotty, Alberta, Kelso, Washington, Spokane, Washington, Nova Scotia, 31. Oh, I don't know Celsius things. So 31 Celsius.
But we're hotter than Arizona.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Bothell, 100 degrees. Scottsdale, Arizona, 109. I can't believe we're hotter today than Scottsdale. Lacey, Washington, rainy. Houston, smoky, Sedona, Arizona. Hello from Pennsylvania. Hello from Michigan. All right, so people are popping in here. Thank you so much for joining us live. So let's jump into it. Let's thank some purse makers, and then we're going to have a fun session today in general. So shall we go for it? Are you ready?
Are we showing the purse cam at the
purse
same
cam
time?
At the same time? Here we go on purse cam. There we are. So there's the purse cam. So we can start up the wonderful selection of purses that Janeri has on the purse cam as well. We ready?
I think we're ready.
Let's do this. Let's thank some purse makers. So we're going to just jump right in here and thank someone. Oh, gosh, I forgot how to do this. Here it is. Daryl Perry from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Thank you so much. 21 purses. Plus
box number 2.
18 more. Thank you so much, Daryl. We really appreciate your support.
And we have 30 from Lynn Johnson in Spokane, Washington. Such a cute decorated box. Thank you so much.
And from Mrs. Stevens in Hugo, Minnesota. Thank you so much, Mrs. Stevens. We really appreciate your support.
And we've got a box from Mary Wilson in Clearwater, Florida. 20 purses. Thank you so much.
And Maggie Mullins, 2 purses and cards from the Sew Sisters of Northwest Washington. Sew Sisters. Isn't that cute? Thank you so much.
And another big box from Elaine Brummerlin in Waymart, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Elaine.
And from Mr. David Morgan, or maybe Mrs. David Morgan, possibly, I don't know, in Buda, Texas. Buda, Texas. Thank you so much, Morgans.
Oh, this one's heavy. 33 purses, changing lives in Zambia, keeping girls in school. Very cute. This one's from Linda Fott in Mesa, Arizona. Thank you so much, Linda.
This package is from someone anonymous in Marysville, Michigan. So thank you so much. You know who you are, the team from Marysville, Michigan. We really, really appreciate your support.
Still going?
Yeah.
This one is from L. Langenfield in Cypress, California. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. This is special, you guys. This is very cool. Charlene Evans from Port Orchard, Washington made these cards, and these are like literally like works of art. They're like super amazing. Thank you so much.
So many.
Charlene, this is just phenomenal. This is really cool.
Box number 2.
2 boxes full of just beautiful note cards. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We do get purses that don't have note cards in them. And so when a purse comes in with no note card, it's so wonderful to have a really, really nicely put together card. So thank you for that. Okay, look at the look at the purse.
That probably just shows too, how much all those tutorials that are popping up, Peggy's putting into the Facebook group and really just kind of walking through how to make cards and all of that.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
Purse cam. Wow. Look at that one on the purse cam. Is that corduroy? Oh, you can't really see it on the camera, but I could kind of see it when I was looking over. That's corduroy with like a super cool turquoise. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? Look at just the artistry of that. Super cool. Love that. Way to go, whoever made that awesome purse. That is super special. Love it. All right, let's keep going.
Here we have one from Hawkins is the last name in Max Meadows, Virginia. Thank you so much.
And from Maureen Helds in Melbourne, Florida. Thank you so much for your purses. We've been to Melbourne before. Beautiful place. Almost as hot as Seattle. Just kidding. Little heat joke there for you. Should we keep going?
Do we do these ones?
Well, let's wait for those. Okay. We'll have Julie help us with those. So, yep. Let's do one more, and then we'll do a video.
Here we have one from Betty Fort in Dripping Springs, Texas. Thank you so much, Betty. Dripping Springs sounds really nice right now.
Dripping Springs, Texas. Oh, man. Yeah, Peggy said amazing note card. Yeah, that was a fantastic note card, wasn't it? Well, thank you all so much for your purses. We have a lot more to acknowledge in just a moment. What should we do first, the video or the COVID update? Maybe the COVID update, because I know many of you have been praying and sending in donations in support of the COVID response. So, Janeri, I'm going to just do the COVID comments for a few minutes, and we'll pause the purse cam. So the COVID work has been just really, really touching to watch and exciting to see come together in a way, if you could call it exciting, for such a challenging situation. I named the Go Live today for such a time as this, and there was, I don't know if you saw that, but it was a picture of Seba, who's one of our seamstresses in the sewing cooperative, and it was just the reflection on my heart recently has just been the fact that, when we created this work over the last 10 years, we could have no idea, none whatsoever, that it would be useful in the time of COVID and with the response to COVID. And then when we, worked on the SOAP team starting in 2017, we had no idea that the SOAP team would be useful in time of COVID. And so, we've all been talking about it for well over a year now, since early last year. And the reality is a wave of COVID hit in Zambia previously. They're really calling this wave their third wave technically, but it has been completely and totally intense in the urban slum in which we work. And over 60% of our team has been tested positive for COVID. We've had family members pass, and we literally have had people going every day because they're ill, and then they're going to get tested. And then people are already coming back from being, self-quarantine and in isolation for 14 days. So this constant churn has been happening in Lusaka. And in Lusaka, it's the bigger program location. It's really where, we've been for over 10 years. And the team there was able, because of the size of the team and because of the really infrastructure of it, to really make a huge impact in their community. And it's just such a huge blessing. Because of the donations have come in and the support, we were able to reach out. I've got all the exact numbers here. 3,259 houses were directly helped with COVID. And how did we do that? Well, the sewing team made masks, and their thinking was they would try to reach 3,000 households. And so they thought, well, they could take them 5 masks, one for, on average, the houses will have a couple of, adults or one adult and then children. So they did 5 masks, and then soap. The soap team started buying soap and cutting it up into smaller blocks. And then they had a health flyer that we translated into the local dialect, which is called Town Nanja, is the local language. And then a secondary language that was very popular or common, which is called Bimba. And so the World Health Organization information was translated, but mostly though, the soap team and the sewing team was working, but also we hired 60, and I think it was actually 65 in total, caregivers who were able to go from house to house and do the work. They were trained by doctors and explained how to be, careful in their work, wear masks, be socially distanced and all that. But they were able to go, and they personally visited each caregiver. They were doing like 10 households apiece for the last few weeks. So in total, 3,259 houses received the masks, the soap, the flyer, and a conversation and prayer and support around this whole issue, because a lot of the people were either completely just freaked out about it because of hearing about it, or they were battling with family members who were ill. I think in total, in the last couple of weeks, 79 people have died in Lusaka that have been directly related to COVID. And so it's very intense, but your prayer and your financial support really made that response possible. Any thoughts, reflections on that? Can you imagine that we ever would be doing COVID work with the soap and sewing?
Yeah, no, it's just always interesting to see it come together and see the things that we, have done before, and, not really thinking through, how they can be used in the future, and watching it come together. And even the response that we had a year ago was kind of almost like it felt like at the time, I think everybody worked really hard and did all this response, and then there wasn't really that much impact as far as COVID being there. But then to look at it now, as it was kind of like training for what just happened, and people were able to respond so much quicker this time.
Yeah.
Just with all of it, the mask making and walking around and going to the families, and they already knew, they were pre-trained, and so they could just jump right back in and respond really quickly.
Yeah. The only thing that just as a personal reflection that I think about, and there's always things that we could do differently or better, is I just think about the Livingston team we have. And if you all know our journey, we started our Livingston location in January with 2 team leaders who came there as really kind of missionaries to Livingston from Lusaka. And then we had 8 trainees. But a couple weeks ago, when this all started to hit hard, they just had to shut down completely. They as a group weren't large enough, and the facility wasn't large enough technically to just have anybody doing anything. And so only sadness in my heart is, if we were bigger in Livingston, we could have done a whole outreach program in Livingston in the locations there. And it's sort of one of those things where it's like, well, all that can instruct us on is for the future, is to say we need to grow. We need to be all about building the team there, the facilities, adding staff as efficiently and effectively as possible, so that, God forbid, we have to ever do emergency response work like this again, but we'd have a strong team in Livingston that could really step in and do the work. But I just want to thank everybody again for their generosity. We've received, a lot of funding to make this possible, and people have been praying, and a lot of people have been asking us about the details. And so we're just really, really grateful for your support. We had no idea that we would be doing this type of work, but it really does feel like for such a time as this. If you're not familiar with that reference, it's, the story of the book of Esther, who was appointed for a specific position. And I think it's her wise uncle who says to her, who knows, but that maybe you were put in your position for such a time as this. And the caregivers that we've employed and the seamstresses and soap makers, I think probably have that sense that they were pre-working, pre-employed, pre-planning for the opportunity to serve their community in a really powerful way. And I'll be honest, I don't know of any other programs or ministries that are actually doing on-the-ground outreach and programming work in response to COVID like this. At least I haven't heard of it. I don't know that it's totally unique, but we had the teams. We had the soap team and the sewing team to be able to do it, and we praise God for that, and it's just an honor. So thank you again for your support, and it's just a blessing to be able to serve the team there, and please do continue to pray for them. They are literally doing, funerals and having, kind of family members that they've had to go through the process of grieving with, and so we want to continue to lift them up in prayer. And just believe for the very best for them and for their community. So thank you for that. Okay, shall we keep doing purses? More purses, and then in a moment we're going to share a video, and then we're also going to do a fun update about chapters. So let's bring the purse cam back into it here. So the purse cam is looking good.
Very
we
cute.
both squeeze in, we can kind of do it like that. So
button embellishment.
Yep.
I like that one. I saw that one earlier.
Very nice. Okay, let's keep going. Just For You Bags in Beltone, Texas, sent these lovely purses in. So thank you, team at Just For You Bags. We really, really appreciate it.
This one does not have a first name, but Gladkowski. Yeah, Gladkowski is the last name, from Lake Wills, Florida. Thank you so much.
And from Lithicum Heights, Maryland, Suzanne Schuyler. Thank you so much for your purses. Lovely box. Is that like a...
Recycle.
Yeah, it's a lovely box, but never mind.
We have Gwen Cunningham in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for the purse.
And from Cupertino, California. Love that place. For all of us who like the Apple products, love the Cupertino. The Jacobs family, Mrs. Jacobs, thank you so much for sending in your purses.
And we have some from Elena Elms in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Thank you so much, Elena.
And from Edgewood, Washington, not too far away, Sylvia Coulomb. Thank you so much for your beautiful purses.
And we've got a box from Deborah Chu in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Deborah. This is such a blessing.
And from Paulet, Vermont, Kat Millay. Thank you so much, Kat, for your purses. We really, really appreciate it. There you go. Oh, purse cam is looking good over there. Good job. Oh, look at that note card. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm zooming in on that one. Is that like crocheted note? I've never seen a crocheted note card. That is awesome. Leave a comment if you've ever seen a crocheted note card before. But wow, that is really, really cool.
I see a tutorial coming.
Tutorial. Okay, who's going to do a tutorial crocheted note card? That's very, very cool. All right, great. Let's keep going.
All right, and we have a box from Sandra Roberts in Good Hope, Georgia. Thank you so much, Sandra.
And from Yakima, Washington, in a lovely Cheetos Select Mix box. I personally love the chili cheese Fritos, as you could tell. I like the Cheetos. Mary Bennett, Yakima, Washington, thank you so much for your purses. Wonderful.
And here we have some from Margaret Molian in Renton, Washington. That's here. Thank you so much.
And from Conway, Arkansas, Sharon Brandt, thank you so much for your purses. Really grateful.
And that is a reminder that you can drop off your purses here if you don't want to mail them, if you live locally. I think you can coordinate
Dana at
sopowerful.org, and you can coordinate a time. The church is open usually Tuesday through Friday.
We'll set up a time.
Yeah, but he can set up a time to meet you if you want to bring your purses by and save on shipping. Awesome. Here's one from the Wilhelm family in Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you so much.
And from Thornton, Colorado, JD Wolf, thank you so much for your purses. Really grateful. The Colorado team.
And here we have one from Laura Sutterer in Auburn, Alabama. 22 purses made with love. So sweet. Thank you.
And from Gig Harbor, Washington, a cute little place right down the road. I bet it's cooler in Gig Harbor today.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yes. Carol Keats, thank you so much for your purses.
It's only 105.
It's only 104, 105, yeah. All right. We'll do one more and then we're going to do a video. Ooh, there's.
Right. Here
First
is
cam.
one from Stephen Carey in Venice, Florida. This is a heavy one. Thank you so much.
Look at that purse cam. That is cool. Does it say something or is it just is that princess? Oh, wow. Look at that. That is
Great
very
example
cool.
of using your machine embroidery.
Machine embroidery work there on the purse
flap.
cam.
Very nice.
Well, if you're ready to see a fun video from Zambia, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Say yes, say something. Let us know you're ready for this fun video. I think this will be a fun one now. Sorry, the studio audience can't see this, but I think if I do this right, it will play here. So here we go. Let's see if I can do this right. Here we go.
Finally, we have the consignment of the underwear, which we've been waiting for a long time.
Wow. So I forgot to tell you what that video was all about before I hit play. I was so excited to show you the video. So let me give you now the context for that beautiful singing and all those boxes. Several months ago, we all right, team?
Yeah, just keep going.
Sorry. Several months ago, we started a little project. We raised money for buying underwear. As you know, the purses that people receive, the girls receive in Zambia, they have reusable hygiene pads, soap, and 2 pair of underwear. And so this year our goal is 24,000 purses. So that's a lot of underwear. And so a few months back, probably last summer, we started something we called the Undie Fundy. Studio audience, no laugh at all, no laugh track at all. So even the studio audience thought that was funny. The Undie Fundy for raising money for the underwear, and so we had 40,000 pairs of underwear made for us in Indonesia. I know, right? And they were made for us affordably, a lot less expensive than we could buy locally in Zambia, and they were all sent through cargo container straight to Zambia. And so they arrived just a few days ago, and that video was the ladies unloading all of the wonderful boxes. And so the purses now going out will have those undies included. So I want to thank everyone who helped us by contributing to the Undie Fundy and really making that possible. It is a huge, huge blessing. And to do this type of program work at scale just requires the gifts and talents and financial support of many people. And so we're really, really grateful. And a special shout out to Sue Kirby, volunteer who was the lead on all of the shipping and logistics and the whole process for the underwear. So it's just a huge, huge blessing and a real testimony to us working together. We like to say that together we are powerful, and it's just a great example of it. So there you go. So hopefully you enjoyed that singing. They were saying, by the way, Yahweh, Hosanna. We are praising Yahweh, Hosanna. And just a beautiful song. It's always a fun song to hear whenever we go. They like to sing that one. So thank you again for those who contributed to the Undie Fundy. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing the reality on the ground. Is the purse cam okay?
I think so.
Did your battery
We're
die?
back on. Well, we're plugged in.
Oh, okay.
If the purse cam dies, we apologize.
The purse cam, it looks like the purse cam is back up and going. Here we are back on Princess Purse. Okay, great. Let's keep going. Let's thank some more people and keep the conversation going here. So, from Kirkland, Washington, right up the road. Thank you so much, Dorothy Roth, for your purses. We're so grateful.
And here we have some from Elizabeth Wilhelm in Randallson, Maryland. Thank you so much for your purses.
And Barbara DeWeese in Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you so much, Barbara.
And we've got Janice Denoyer in Buena Vista, Colorado. Thank you so much.
And Mrs. Norby in Mesa, Arizona. Thank you so much, Mrs. Norby.
And we've got some from Kim Dodd in Shelbina, Missouri. 32 purses.
Shelbina.
And 24 extra cards. Thank you so much.
Oh, look at that purse cam purse. Whoa, let's zoom in on that for a minute.
Oh, so vibrant.
That's really, really cool. Purse cam. Wow. Love it. Very, very cool. All right, we ready to keep going? Here we go. Let me also check for comments or questions. Just checking the comments real quick, friends. All right, cool. Let's keep going. Ooh, whoa, purse cam. Whoa, that like a print?
Postcard?
Oh, wow. That is a terrific card. Yeah, it's got lions on it. Very, very cool. Beautiful. Way to go, purse cam. Okay, here we go.
Here we have a box packed full of purses from P. Kaler in Lake Forest, California. Thank you so much. I'm looking for a first name. Nope, just Kaler. Thank you so much.
This one, Julie, was this one wasn't with you, was it? No. Here's one that's anonymous. Anonymous purse maker that made some beautiful purses. I'm just going to look to see if there's a card by chance. It's completely anonymous.
From the Friends in the USA.
The Friends in the USA. Friends in the USA who made this purse. It's so pretty. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your support.
And here we have one all the way from Canada, in Alberta. We have Marilyn Posen in, now what is this? Kits Cody. Yes. Alberta. Heavy box. Thank you so much.
Thank you, studio audience. That was awesome. And this box doesn't have a name on it that I can find in any way. And
Olive Branch.
oh, so sorry, Vivian. I see it now. Olive Branch team, thank you so much. Bradford Woods, Pennsylvania. Your group is a tremendous blessing. Almost every month we get Olive Branch purses, and it's just such an incredible gift. So thank you so much.
And here we've got a big box from Chris McMullen in Blue Springs, Missouri. Thank you so much. And I just peeked inside here. It's always fun to see the purses with the rip-rack trim.
Look at that.
Very cute.
But I only said I don't like Rick Rack one time, like 10 years ago. And every time someone says Rick Rack, then they look at me like, I'm not going to like it. That looked amazing.
It's so nice to see it done right.
It sounds like you're trapped.
Oh, man. Kenali Barker, Dallas, Texas, thank you so much for your purses. We're so grateful. Should we take a minute here and do a couple housekeeping things? We've got some additional fun topics to cover. I want to mention two things next, and one is going to be our chapters. So why don't we do chapters next, if that's all right? We have a special guest in the house. What? So isn't that fun? Julie, come on up. So we're so excited. This is Julie.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, there you are. So say hi in the chats. So it is just really, really cool for us to have chapters springing up all over the country. And so your chapter is fairly local. Arlington's not too far away.
Nope, it's about an hour and 15 minutes.
And so having you come down and hang out and help today bring a bunch of purses from your chapter is just such a huge blessing. So I'm going to ask you to share just a little bit about why you started a chapter, what's meant, what your thoughts were going in, and how it's all coming together. Maybe a shout out to your group that's watching you. So feel free to just share for a couple minutes and whatever is on your heart.
Okay. So our chapter is called the Sew Sisters of Northwest Washington. I started sewing purses in August, and I realized very quickly that it's really addicting. And then I took the Foundations Master class, and then I was kind of intrigued about this idea of chapters after the survey. So I also took that class, and Jan convinced me that we could start small. I thought maybe I could get 3 of my friends to join, but then my friends invited their sisters, which is why we're called the Sew Sisters of Northwest Washington. And the rest of us are sisters in a way because a lot of us taught together in the same school district. So we have 6 teachers and a retired pediatric nurse, and then people that worked various other professions. It's been a lot of fun, and I would really encourage anybody out there who's thinking about starting a chapter to actually do so, because it's been a lot of fun for us. Our chapter gets together not to sew. We sew on our own, but we get together to eat and to visit and to go to fabric sales. We hit a fabric sale at a thrift store, and we have another fabric sale in mind for August. $3 a pound fabric, if you're interested. So that's what we've done. And I think what we enjoy most about this whole process is that it's a bunch of women in Washington, Northwest Washington, that are working hand in hand with a bunch of women in Zambia. So that connection, even though we've never met, that connection feels real strong.
Yeah. That is so awesome. Well, way to go.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. So
Start
thank
a chapter.
you. Thank you so much for that encouragement. Start a chapter. And the amazing thing is we have this process kind of kicked off a few months ago. We had a small group that sort of piloted it, and then we put out sort of a chapter starter kit. And we have just this growing group of people. So I've got the list here. I want to thank all of the people who have started a chapter. And so Julie, thank you. And for the Sew Sisters of the Northwest and your whole group, thank you so much. So that's one of the groups. There's a group that started that doesn't have a name yet in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Mary Alice Landau, thank you for starting your group. There's a group in Hutto, Texas, Roberta Jameson Ross, that doesn't have a name yet. So if you have names for these groups, you could just leave them in comments underneath this video if you want to.
Give some good suggestions. After you hear this next group of names, I'm sure your ideas will start spinning around. Okay,
and then we've got Jeanette Reynolds in St. Petersburg, Florida. Her group is called Purses with Verses. So that's fun. And then we've got Laura Sutterer in Auburn, Alabama. Her group is called the Sewing Sisters of Auburn, Opelika. So that's fantastic. Then we've got Millie McCurley in Bristow, Virginia. Her group is called Pursuit of Happiness.
Perfect.
That's studio audience. Can I get a yes? That is really cool. Love that one. And then we've got Joan Grinnell in Des Moines, Iowa, and her group is called Purposeful Purse People. Love that. Catherine Brown is in Salt Lake City, Utah. Her group is Immigration Canyon. So that's cool. And then we've got Betty Johnson in Arizona. Is the town name really Zoom to start? Is that a town in Arizona? I don't know. Maybe that's a typo.
So.
Okay. So anyway, it's in Arizona somewhere. And it's called the Red. Well, maybe there could be a town called Zoom to start. There could be. So, but the group name is the Red Rock So Powerful. So
Maybe it's Red Rock.
maybe it's Red Rock. Is that a town?
But
Okay.
we'll see.
And then we've got, this one might take the cake in terms of the names. Rachel Brown. The group is from St. Louis, Missouri, and it's called the St. Lou is So Powerful. St. Lou is so powerful. That's pretty good, right? St. Lou is so powerful.
That's great.
And then Deborah Peterson, the Lacey Oley Crafty Sewers, and that's from Lacey, Washington, and Oley refers to Olympia, which is the state capital. So thank you so much, chapter leaders. We have just had a blast getting this going. I want to give a huge shout out to Jan Kinsella for her hard work in organizing it, getting the chapter starter kit. So the group watching and moderating, including Jan, is probably going to share the chapter leaders link right now. If you go to our webpage, sopowerful.org, and look under About Us, there's a chapters page, and there's a starter kit you can receive. We have many people who have received the starter kit, but haven't formally announced their chapter yet. So they're praying, thinking, probably talking to friends. So if you are in that process, we just want to encourage you. You can do it. And thank you again, Julie, for the word of encouragement. You guys can do this and have fun. You don't even have to sew together, apparently. You just have food.
You can eat and shop. This is going to be really popular.
I thought you had to sew at these chapters, so I think I need to start a chapter where we can just eat together. And so that's fantastic. I'm just kidding around. It's wonderful. So we'd love to have you start a chapter. And I think what we'll do now going forward is maybe every other month or whenever, regular basis, we'll just announce the new chapters. If we mentioned a chapter that is in your area and you'd like to find out who they are and, kind of get connected if they happen to be in your town, then our So Powerful Facebook group is the best way to do that. And so probably jump in there or just email Jan C. At sopowerful.org, and she can put you in touch with the chapter leader. And you can get to know some new people, build some relationships, have some fun with friends, and really see the program grow because of your hard work and support. So thank you, chapters, for all the amazing work. That's cool, right?
Very fun, yes. I think I love, too, that, Julie said Jan convinced me. It's just great. It's like Jan is really good at really motivating and inspiring people, I think, to just kind of go into it. Maybe you're a little bit afraid, and you can just kind of take what Julie said. But yeah. I think, this is going to be a lot of fun and a great way for people to just connect over something that they're already passionate about.
Yep, absolutely right. Okay, we've got a few more. Now, some of these were brought from the group that Julie is leading, the Sew Sisters of the Northwest. And so we wanted to make sure we did a shout out for some of those. So, yeah.
This one here is not. Let me do this one first.
Sure.
This one, big box from Kathy Kitchen in Vernal, Utah.
Thank you, Kathy.
Heavy box. Thank you so much, Kathy. This is amazing.
All right, Purse Cam is continuing.
And
Janice Swanson, part of the Sew Sisters. Thank you so much, Janice, for your amazing purses. Oh my. Okay, wait. Purse Cam shout out. Look at that. Each day is new.
Very cute.
That is really cool.
Love the polka dots.
Yeah, what a combo, huh? Very, very cool. Love that one. All right, let's keep going. A few more here.
So these are from Julie. And 40 purses, big, huge
Julie.
Box brought all the way down.
Studio
Yay!
Very, very cool. And from Judy Chadwick, one of the Sew Sisters of the Northwest. Thank you so much, Judy.
These are also sisters.
And Linda Piccolo, 10 purses with note cards, again from the Sew Sisters. Thank you so much.
one is also the Sew Sisters, 8 purses, but no specific name.
I think that's Susan Lindsay.
Susan Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Ah, we got insider info. Thank you so much, Susan.
And Janice Swanson. Thank you. And Carol Sullivan. So there you go. That is, sorry. And Marlene Hansen. Okay, so 3 people work together to make these. So thank you so much, ladies.
Those are some note cards.
Oh. And they also made beautiful note cards. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Well, we've got 2 more announcements, and then we're going to go make sure the purse cam continues. So what if we just zoom in on the purse cam and I can, I wonder if I can do it like this. No, I don't know. Okay, let's do it like this. We'll zoom in on the purse cam. All right, so as we look at the purse cam, I just wanted to share 2 more announcements before we wrap up. The first one is we have a growing list of shows that we're going to be at in the fall and winter.
Yay!
Yay! Studio audience! So, COVID has really done a number, obviously, on all these shows and events. And so it's been a bummer this last year to not be able to go to any of the, amazing shows. But Houston is coming up. That's the biggest show in North America for quilting and sewing. And so we're going to be at the Houston Quilt Festival. And we've got other shows on the schedule. So I just wanted to mention that I think we've got 8 right now that are scheduled for the fall. Nashville, Cinnamon and I will be in Nashville together for the Nashville Quilt Festival. There's going to be an event in Portland, Oregon, and on and on. And so, so we're really excited about the show schedule. So watch for, what is that?
That's really cool.
What does that button say? Handmade? That's fantastic.
Piecing together on that.
All that to say, look for the newsletter over the next few weeks. We'll be announcing the specific locations and dates for the shows for the fall schedule. We'd love to have you come see the booth, volunteer in our booth if you'd like. We'd love to have you bring purses if you don't want to ship them. You can save a little bit of money and just drop them off in the booth. Going to a show and participating as a volunteer is a little bit nerve-wracking for the first 2 minutes, and then you realize this is really cool.
It's really easy.
It's easy. People love talking to you. A lot of people come to a show looking for a specific project or idea, and we've literally had people say to us in the show, I was about to stop sewing. I came to the show. I didn't have anything that I wanted to sew for, and I said to my friend, if I don't find something to, meaningful to do for sewing, at this weekend show, I'm done with sewing. And then they hear about our program. And so we have many people who have learned about our program and have jumped in that way. So please, studio audiences really get into this. It's fantastic. So we'd love to have you check out the shows. Okay, and our final announcement, wait, we're timing this with purse cam. So our final announcement is we think that we are roughly around 6,200 purses, right in that range, year to date collected. So that is studio audience. Yay! But our goal for the year is 24,000. So we always have a huge end of year influx every year.
Yes.
And we also, every summer, never think we're even close to making our goal.
Right.
So this year is no different, but we're really grateful for everyone who's been working hard to make purses. If you haven't, made purses yet, we'd really love to have you make a few. If literally everyone on our newsletter list just made one purse, we would crush our goal. And so I would love to challenge you to make a purse or 2, send it in. The purses can be received all year long, but we do have a few collection milestones where we try to have them, brought in. The end of year goal we've generally always said was like November 1st is a good end of year, time. That way it allows us to do our end of year processing to know the full number for the year. So we'd love to have that be the date everyone kind of circles in their calendar. plans ahead for. If you want to hit some garage sales and find some fabric over the summertime and really kind of ramp up, go find your, used denim or whatever you want to cut up. That would be fantastic. And we'll get after this goal of 24,000 purses for the year. Does that sound cool?
It's amazing. Yes.
Isn't it?
It's great. Yes. It's amazing to think if everybody just makes one. And we have a lot of people on the newsletter list that probably don't sew, but even if all those that sewed made two, like it just adds up really quickly, and every single purse matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a girl who receives a beautiful gift and an expression of love and care and support from someone. Those note cards that go into the purses where you express a real encouraging word, a commitment of prayer, reciting a scripture or a meaningful quote or poem. All of those have a huge, huge impact on the girls who receive the purses. We're growing as quickly as we can on the ground in Zambia. Our goal by the end of the year is to have 100 people on our team there. Right now we have 63 people. And so can we get to 100? I don't know, but that's our heart. And to really scale up Livingston, as we've talked about already, and to continue to grow. You saw in the video the beautiful building that we have finished earlier this year. It's now ready and available to us to grow into a little bit in Lusaka. And then in Livingston, we'll be on a journey of finding a bigger facility. But the teams there on the ground are excited. They're ready to grow. There are people waiting to be trainees. Basically, our system is they come in as trainees, and then they're offered a junior seamstress role, and then a senior seamstress role, and then now we've even had.
Then they branch out and go start.
And the team leaders. We've
location.
had people be team leaders now, and so it's a promotional opportunity for them. All of them are paid a good wage, and it totally transforms their life to have employment in a good environment, a beautiful building with camaraderie and a system of support where they know they're getting, a good job. It's a good fit for them, and they learn the skills needed to come and participate and make a difference in their community. So it really is a double impact. They work hard sewing and making soap and working on the program, and they see their community improved because of their hard work. But it's only possible because of your support, both in purse making and financial and purse support. So with that said, anything else for?
Yeah, no, it's just such a
Go to
blessing.
the order?
It's such a blessing every time to see the purses, the creativity, all of it that comes together, just from this sort of simple design and simple idea, and so much that you guys put into it.
Yeah.
It's amazing every time.
Yeah. So on behalf of Janeri on the purse cam and Dana Buck helping us sort out all these boxes, and our wonderful studio audience, yay! We're so grateful for your support and for tuning in today. Thank you so much again, and we'll end it there. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.